Hello my dear friends, so how's your energy today? My energy is super high because I am receiving the submission forms I have received for day 1 and day 2 and so many forms I have received. Certificates are limited guys, so the candidates who are submitting their tasks, their challenges daily, they will be on the priority list. So if by chance you have missed day 1 and day 2, then quickly start writing the queries, take the screenshot and submit it via the submission form. Now it's day 3 today, and yesterday we have seen how to understand our food ordering system via some queries like find the name and price of the food items costing more than 300. By this we have identified the premium foods. We have also identified the budget friendly offerings on which we can give like list of cheapest 5 food items, as well as your task that you did was to list all restaurants located in the Delhi so that we can plan some offerings or the campaign city wise, right? And so many other queries we did which tells us about the food ordering system, to know our food ordering system. Okay, now today we will study our tables with some more depth. See, we have these total 5 tables, right? Now yesterday we have worked only with the single tables. As you can see, our codes were like this. This is the example of our code. So what we have written from menu items, single table we have used, from customers, single table we have used, right? Now if we have to get the output using the 2 tables, then how to do it? So these are our tables, correct? Now for understanding, we will take only these 2 tables for now. Question comes how to join the tables, which is customers table and the orders table. There is one specific condition before joining it, and that condition says that both the tables must have one common column. If they contain any common column, then only we can join the 2 tables, correct? अगर उनके पास कोई common column है, तभी हम 2 tables को आपस में combine करके result extract कर सकते हैं, right? Now here you can see customers table rows and orders tables rows. I have simply written some rows from both the tables. Now how to join them? What if we simply write customers table join with orders table? While writing the code we use these things. Okay, then what if we simply write it like this, that customer table join orders table? Then what will happen? See, this order table will simply go and get combined like this. Okay, but here is a blunder. And here you can see that the customer IDs are not matching with each other. Here 1 written, here 2 IDs written, here 2 written, here 3 written. So these are not matching. Okay, it means this amount 500, we don't know belongs to which one. Customer ID is 2 or customer ID is 1, correct? So we cannot join it simply like this. So to remove this, what we have to do, we have to mention here that customers table join orders table on some basis. So we will write here on, which means here we are providing a base, and that base is we are instructing SQL that join it row by row. Okay, join the row where customer ID 2 with the row where customer ID is 2 in another table. Join the row where customer ID is 4 with the row where customer ID is 4 in the different table. So we will write here that on customers table customer ID equals orders table customer ID. Okay, we will see this code in more detailed manner later, but right now I have just written to make you understand the things. Now once we said that now you both tables you have to join row wise, okay, where this customer IDs are matching. See, if we take this row where customer ID 2 is written, so what will happen? It will go and join like this where customer ID 2 rows is written, right? If we have to join now this row where customer ID 3 is here, so what will happen? It will go and settled here where customer ID 3 is written. So here you can see now joining process is going smoothly, correct? Here order ID 101 belongs to the customer whose ID is 2 and the order amount is 500 and the name of the customer is Aditi. The order ID 102 belongs to the customer whose ID is 3 right? And the order amount is 800. Customer name is Mohan. And likewise, all rows will go and join one by one. Likewise, all rows will get joined like this. So now, suppose you have performed some queries based on the joins, and you are sitting in front of an interviewer. Then he might ask that which join you have used, whether it's inner join, left join, outer join, full join, half join, and many others, right? So you should know this concept as well, and it is very, very easy, guys. What is here only, see, in the inner join, what happened? You can see the orders table and the restaurant table. So if you will use inner join, then what will happen? Only matching rows will come in an output window. Only matching rows. So here, what rows are matching? Here you can see that this is 1. It is 1. So order ID 101 with Spice Villa, this will come. Okay. What else? Restaurant ID 2 is also matching. So 102 with Pizza Point will come here. Okay. Now restaurant ID 4. Here no restaurant ID 4. So it is not matching. Here restaurant ID 3. Here no restaurant ID 3. So these are not matching. So they will not come in an output window. Correct? This is what inner join is. It will basically reflect only those rows which are common in both the tables. Okay. Now left join may basically the dominances of the table which is at the left side. Here you can see orders table is at left side. Then orders table will say to the restaurant table that, see bhai, I am in the power now, so all my rows will go in the output section, and restaurant table have to adjust. So what happened here? 101 will come. Okay, 102 will come, 103 will come. Now what about their restaurant name? As 103's restaurant ID 4 is not here. So what will happen? If this ID is not here, so the name we will not find. Then what we can do? We can simply write here null. Okay. So what happened in the left join? That all rows of the left table will appear in the result window. And if the belonging value is not matching, if the belonging value is not present, like restaurant ID 4 is not present here, so it will show us null. Okay. Now सबके दिन आते हैं, right? अभी तक orders table dominance में थी. Now it's time to restaurants table because it is at right side. So the table that is at the right side now will dominate. How? This table will say now my tables all rows will appear in the result window, not yours. Okay. Then orders table will say what you will do if you have any extra row and that row is not in me, then what you will do? Then restaurant table will say the same answer, that I will show null to the users. Okay. So here you can see the Spice Villa, Pizza Point, because restaurant ID 1 and 2 are here, and restaurant ID 3's value is also here, Tandoori Hub. Okay. But its order ID is missing. It is not here. So it is showing null to us. Okay. Now in the picture, one Dadaji arrives, and what he says that don't worry anyone, all tables, all rows will appear in the result window. All tables, all rows will appear. If any value is not matching, then I will simply write null there. Like Tandoori's Hub order ID is missing. It is not here. So I will show null. Like orders ID 103, restaurant name is missing here. So I will write null, no problem. सब मिलजुल के आराम से रहते हैं. So ये हमारे हैं full outer join. It is about full outer join. This is right join where right table dominate. It is left join where left top table dominate, and it is inner join where only common rows come into the result window. Okay. Now theoretically we know the concept, but we can show our technicality when we know how to write it in a code form and how to join the tables in SQL. So the syntax come into the picture always whenever we have to do any specific function. Now the joining syntax is like this. So firstly we have to select the rows. Okay, we have seen two tables, customers and the orders. There in the output window, what were the columns? The columns were order ID and the restaurant names. These were the column, right? So here we have to select order ID and the restaurant name. Now we have to find that these two columns belong to which different tables. So we have to write here from. Now we have to mention all those tables. So mentioning of those tables will start from here. So we will firstly write order. Okay. Then we will write its alias name O. Alias. What is alias? Alias is nothing. It is a SQL language. Simply, it's synonymous nickname. Okay. So when we have to give any nickname, we simply say this is alias name. So the orders table alias name here is O, right? And then we have mentioned inner join or whatever join we want, we will mention that here. If we are not mentioning anything, if we are simply writing join, okay, then by default SQL will take it as an inner join. Then the next table name, and again its alias name are, now I'm telling you why we have given these aliases name. Then on, I told you on some basis we are joining, so on where orders table restaurant ID is equal to the restaurants table restaurant ID rows wise, correct? So orders table here written this O. Now no need to write the full orders, we can simply write O. So when we have to do big queries, at that time this O dot restaurant ID C dot, this will works well and saves our time. So this is the syntax, guys. Now we will do 2 queries on that, and it will be very easy query. After that I will give you 3 queries that will be similar to the queries that I will perform. If you will find any problem, any difficulty, then you can contact me personally on my personal window. You can message me. I will try to give reply as soon as possible because nowadays I'm getting plenty of messages, so sometimes it's very difficult to reply each of you, but I will try my best for sure. Or you can comment also. I firstly give the importance to the comment basically, then after that I goes to the WhatsApp point. Or there is one more way, you can comment also in the below. There is one more way, guys, you can comment also. आप comment भी कर सकते हो नीचे section में, and I don't know, it is my habit that मैं comment जरूर check करती हूँ मेरे videos पे जिनके भी आते हैं, और मैं उसमें reply जरूर देती हूँ. So आप उसको वहाँ पे आप comment अपना put कर सकते हो if you have any doubt, right? So आप वहाँ पे अपने comments को put कर सकते हो if you have any doubt. Rest I will definitely try my best to give the responses as soon as possible. Okay, now come to the query part. So let's open MySQL Workbench, and here firstly we have to write use the online food delivery database, and by running it we have entered here in the database, and these were our tables. So customers table, menu table, and orders table, then the orders details table, and then the at last restaurant table. Now before proceeding with the queries, I would like to give you a short concept in quicker way. Suppose this is one table which is orders detail table, right? If we want to change the name of this table, so how can we do it? See, what we are doing, we are changing. What is the synonym of change? It is alter. So we will simply write alter. Okay, what we are altering? We are altering table. So we will write alter table, and then which table we want to alter? So we want to alter orders detail. Okay, now what we want to do here, we want to change the name. So we will write rename to. Okay, this is a normal language, but we have to know the syntax, which is a SQL language. So we will write here rename to. Now we will give our new name. So I am giving here order details. It's just a game of S. I have removed the S from here and added it here. Correct? Now let's run it, and when okay, now after refreshing, you can see that now order S has been removed and this S is shifted here. Now it is order details. Okay, right? Okay, guys, fine. Now come to our query number 1, and this query says to shows all orders along with the restaurant name which they were placed, from which they were placed. Okay, so first of all we have to check what columns we need to take. So start reading the query. Show all orders. Okay, show all orders. Now whenever it's written orders, so orders are defined by order ID. Order की पहचान क्या है? उसकी order ID. Correct? Until unless anything specific is not mentioned here. Okay, so it means we have to take the order ID column along with the restaurant name. So it means we have to take the name of the restaurant. Anything else from which they were placed? No, nothing else, right? So the columns that we need to select, so select what column? Order ID, okay, and restaurant name column. Now, as we know that order ID belongs to this table and restaurant's ID belongs to this table. Both are different tables. Okay, so we have to write here O dot. We have to mention its table as well. And here we will write R dot, the alias's name that we have just discussed, correct? Then we will write from which table? So from orders table. O, correct? Now, this is not the only table, right? We are joining it with the restaurants table as well. So we will write join with restaurant table R. On what basis? So on where orders table restaurant ID is equal to the restaurants table restaurant ID. This is it. Okay. Now when we will run it, then it is our result. So here you can see that the orders ID and the restaurant's name are here. Royal Hub, Tasty, Big Table. This is our result, correct? So this is the way to join two tables. Now one more query we will see. And second query says to list all customers. Now our second query says to show customer names and order dates for orders placed in January 2023. Okay, for this, okay, one more thing, this table, okay, so basically with our analytical mind, what this query is all about, why we have written this query. It is saying orders placed in January month, correct? So by using this, we can see the monthly trends, right? So now let's see one by one what columns we need. So here it's written show customer names. So first of all, we need to select the customer name column because this will come in our output window. Okay, comma, what else we want? Order dates column. Okay, order dates, it's written here. So we will write order date. Anything else? For orders placed in January. Okay, it is telling about the monthly trend. So we can also take order ID so that we can see the order details as well with the help of order ID. Now, these columns belong to different tables. So we have to mention the name of the table. So we will write here C dot, here O dot, the alias's name, here also O dot. Okay, now we will write here from which table? So from customers table C and join it with the orders table O. Okay, on what basis? So on where customers table customer ID is equals to the orders table customer ID. Okay, now there is one condition. We want the data of January month only. So we will write here where, because it's a condition now, where orders table order date between, we will use this keyword between 2023 to and 2023 31. It will give us January month data. Now when we will run it, here it is spelling mistake ID. So this is our result, and here you can see that the orders that have been taken place in the month of January, customer name, order date and the order ID. So this will be very helpful data for the analysis of monthly trends, correct? Now one thing that I haven't mentioned neither in this table nor in this query, that what join I am using. So can you tell that what join I have used in both the queries? Okay, so as you all are already sending so many messages, so let me tell to you that I have said that whenever we are not using any join, we are not mentioning here any join name, it means we are using here inner join. Okay, and here also we haven't mentioned any join, means it is inner join. Why inner join? So that the common rows between order and restaurants will appear in the result. This is it. All right, so these are two demonstrated queries. I hope it gives you some better understanding. Now it is your task. Here you can see the task. You have to do it, and the links are there in the description as well as in the comment. You can submit it via that. So take care guys, keep practicing. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.